and the title of the piece is called Black AF, but the AF is not what you think. Thank you all again for having me, and here it is. I stand before you in all of my melanated, caramel complected, kinky haired, big lipped, big hipped, wide nosed glory to declare that I am Black AF. Now, before you gasp and clutch your pearls thinking that I would dare drop expletives in this hallowed space, understand that what I'm saying is I'm Black always, forever. You see, I'm so Black that I don't eat at everybody's house. And speaking of Black, I'm so Black that chitlins and black-eyed peas are always gonna be on the menu for New Year's, even though I'm not fond of either. I'm so Black that I love me some pot liquor, and no, I'm not talking about alcohol. I'm so Black that I frequently sop up things with some form of bread made with cornmeal or Clever Girl baking powder. I'm so Black that I side-eye folk who say turkey and stuffing, because where I'm from, it's turkey and dressing. I'm so Black that, speaking of turkeys, I dress up on Thanksgiving. No, I'm not going anywhere, but I'm walking around my kitchen and dining room, oh so fly. I'm so Black that my grandmother's sweet tea probably will give you diabetes. I'm so Black that I won't taste your greens unless you've made them with some sort of salted, cured meat high in sodium that is probably going to give me high blood pressure. I'm just saying, I'm Black always, forever. I'm so Black that I'm quite familiar with moo-moo, so Black that I'm acquainted with snuff and red man tobacco, and I know what old tin cans stuffed with white paper towels were used for. I'm so Black that I used to take naps on plastic covered couches, and when my grandmother got real fancy, plastic upholstered couches, and I loved every minute of it, even though when I woke from my nap, my face was stuck to the couch and I was wringing with sweat. I'm so Black that I watched the stories on that little TV that sat atop that big TV that had actually stopped working decades ago, but my grandmother refused to throw it out because it was like furniture now. I'm just saying, I'm Black always, forever. I'm so Black that I loved wearing my hair in 8 plaits as a child until I stepped foot in my all-white private Presbyterian grade school and the kids started calling me Black Medusa. I'm so Black that I remember hot combs on fire burners, and while I dreaded sitting in the kitchen for what seemed like an eternity, holding one ear or another, I used to beg my mom to press it often because maybe if my hair was straight, the white kids wouldn't tease me as much. I'm so Black that when I moved into my single room at UCSD with my hot pink airbrush nails and my poetic justice braids and Tupac posters in hand, my sweet mates gawked like I was a modern day Hottentot Venus and could not wait to ask me how I got there and how I could afford a single room and if I knew any crackheads and what I thought about O.J. Simpson. I'm just saying, I'm Black always, forever. I'm so Black that my parents picked cotton for meager wages in the Deep South. I'm so Black that my great uncle at 15 years old had to hide out at the homes of different Black families until he could get out of the state of Texas because a white store owner sent bloodhounds after him when he refused to be relegated to the position of nigger boy. I'm so Black that my great-great-great-grandmother was the plantation owner's daughter. I'm just saying, I'm Black always, forever. I'm so Black that I tasted the blood in my mouth with every blow that we all saw Rodney King take. I'm so Black that the names Oscar Grant, Amadou Diallo, Alton Sterling, Philando Castile, Mike Brown, Tamir Rice, Eric Garner, Miriam Carey, Sandra Bland, Natasha McKenna, Rakia Boyd, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Rayshard Brooks are all branded on my soul. I'm so Black that my neck hurts from the consistent pressure applied by the need of pervasive systemic oppression and dehumanization. I'm so Black that for me, even the act of breathing is revolutionary. I'm just saying, I'm Black, always, forever. I'm so Black that my side-eye game is strong, particularly as I witnessed the KKKs. You know the ones I'm talking about, the Kims, Chloes, and Kylies of the world being placed on pedestals for appropriating our big lips and big hips. Meanwhile, little Black girls are crying themselves to sleep at night because society does not seem to love the big lips and big hips on them. I'm just saying, I'm Black, always, forever. I'm so Black that I feel some sort of way about church fans and portraits on hallowed walls of a blue-eyed Jesus when John the Revelator clearly beheld him with hair like lamb's wool and feet of bronze clay. I'm so Black that I have the audacity of David as I run toward the Goliath of indignant injustice, knowing that the same God that delivered us from the bear of Bull Connor and the lion of George Wallace is able to deliver us from the metaphorical uncircumcised Philistine that we face today. I'm just saying, I'm Black, always, forever. I'm so Black that I often fantasize about how powerful our communities could have been if we did not lose our talented to integration. I'm so Black that, like Audrey, I refuse to be crushed into others' fantasies for me and eaten alive. I'm so Black that I'm so perfect, so divine, so ethereal, so surreal that I cannot be comprehended except by my permission like Nikki. I'm so Black that I've cried nights when none but Jesus heard like Sojourner. I'm so Black that I'm unbossed and unbought like Shirley. I'm so Black that I'm reclaiming my time like Maxine. I'm so Black that I'm willing to get in good trouble like John. I'm so Black that I've nurtured nations in my bosom, suckling the oppressor's children at my breast. I'm so Black that I breathe life into everything that I touch. I'm just saying, I'm Black, always, forever. I'm so Black that I know that when a Black man starts acting a little crazy, it's clearly because a woman has buried his drawers in the yard. I'm so Black that I've spent many a dollar bill withdrawn from the bosom and not the bank. I'm so Black that when I say, oh, you picked the right one today, in fact, what I mean is you picked the wrong one today. I'm so Black that I make profound life points using lines from Black films. I'm so Black that when a preacher in church says they're almost finished, they're actually going to be up for another 30 minutes. I'm so Black that I do think fat meat is greasy, that I know what better happened before the street lights come on. I'm so Black that I know when a mother says, oh, keep on, what she means is quite the contrary. I'm so Black that I do know the correlation between a hard head and a soft behind. I'm so Black that I sell wolf tickets to coyotes. I'm so Black that I told my personal trainer that while I want to lose weight, I don't want to lose these hips or these glutes. Because what I'm saying is I'm Black, always, forever. You see, I'm that Black that can't be bought, it can't be injected, it can't be manufactured, and I wouldn't change a thing. So I stand here today in all of my melanated, caramel complected, kinky haired, big lipped, big hit, wide nose glory to declare unabashedly and unapologetically that I am Black, always, forever. God bless.
Whoop, whoop. Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes, Summer.
yes.